it's Louise with louisemckayart, and welcome to my channel. I'm glad you're here. And today I'm doing something similar and different all at the same time. What I have here is one of these 11 by 14 inch ovals that I like to do my little embellished swipes on. I usually use the bloom technique, but for today I'm using my regular paints, if you want to call it that. What I've got for my pouring medium is 50% Floetrol, 50% Liquitex pouring medium with a splash of GAC 800. And I mix that to my paints, roughly about 3 or 4 parts of the Floetrol pouring medium combination to about 1 part paint. And this is the consistency I have. It's about, I don't know, it might be about the same as my my bloom, but this is a straight regular, I always call this the regular pouring medium. So what I've got here is some Creative Inspirations black. I'll flash it up. I'm going to lay that down here on the canvas. I'll start with that. I hope this paint is not too thick. It may be too thick, but I guess if it is, we can always adjust it later. So I'm just going to spread this out, and I will be back when I get done spreading it around. Okay, so I'm back, and I'm pretty much ready to go, I think. Let's give it a little spin just to stretch it out a little bit, just to make sure it's not too much clumpy in one spot or another. Okay, now for my colors. I am going to use the black in the swipe, and just so you know, I have my swiping little acetate swipers here. These are just thicker acetate that you would find like at a Staples store or even Walmart, Target. It's like a document protector, but it's thicker than some of the swipe acetate pieces that you can find at the store. That's thicker too. I have some that are thin. You can definitely feel the difference between the thickness, and it would be in milliliters. So if you're at the store, get the thickest of the milliliters. Okay, so colors. I've got some Van Dyke brown here, which I thought might be interesting. So I'm going to lay this color down first. And remember, this is my regular pouring medium, my regular colors. This is not the bloom recipe. I'm going to put a little bit of the black on top of it. I know we have black in the background, but I'm going to do a little black. And I'm going to get this level because I can see already I'm a little bit askew. So let me come down here and then go up there. Okay. All right, now I'm going to go with the red. Oh, by the way, that was Van Dyke brown. This, the black was Creative Inspirations, and this is Bordeaux Red by Arteza. So while I have a quiet moment here while I'm laying down the red, I'm just going to point out that during this video, I'm going to speed up where I can and also cut out where I don't need to have you see everything. But you'll certainly get the whole gist of what's going on here in this creation. All right. Now I'm going to go to Quinacridone Nicolazo Gold by Golden. Also, remember to check out my description where I have links to some of my creations and also links to some of the products that I use here. And that might be helpful to some of you, especially if you're newer here to this channel. Yeah, this is very different than my normal flowery kind of colors. And I don't know if I'll embellish this. I'll have to figure out if I can embellish this with something. Hopefully I can swipe it all. Okay, now I'm going to go with gold, which is the 24 karat gold, straight up 24 karat gold. So while I have a second here, I'm going to flash up a link to some of my flowery embellished creations here that you might be interested in taking a look at. The background noise you hear are the cicadas. We have the 17-year cicadas that are out in force. They've been getting stronger and stronger, louder and louder every day as they start to emerge from the ground. So basically what they've done is they've hibernated for 17 years in the ground, living off of the tree connections, keeping track of the years based on the cycles of the sap. And now they are emerging to mate and create another 17-year cycle. Okay, so here's the creative inspirations. Pearl. And I'm hoping this stuff will, I'm hoping I'll get cells, because I'm not using any cell activator here. We shall see. We shall see. And maybe I won't get any cells. Maybe this is just, hopefully be interesting just on its own. Okay, so give it a little spin just to give it the stretch out. Oh, that's already spread out to the sides. Wow. Okay. Get my swipers ready. And I think I'll start with, I think I might start with the bigger one. You can always play with it from there. I'm a little askance again. I don't know why. So I'm going to try to straighten it out when I swipe it out. All right, here we go. I'm going to start with this. Apply some steady pressure down to dig in and then pull it out. Try to go as smoothly across as you can and then go all the way off the edge. Not much happening there. Let's give it another go. Okay. Not much again. Well. That's not going to do anything. Wow. Let me hit it with a torch first before I make a decision. Nothing. I'm going to, I don't know what I'm going to do. So since I'm seeing no reaction, I'm going to change my strategy here and I'm going to scrape off the paint and then restart over again with a different idea. Try something different. As you can well imagine here. So I went into this creation with no test piece, so I didn't know what I was going to get. And so obviously, this is a lesson learned that if you don't like what you've got, go ahead and try something else. What do you have to lose at this point? More black. So at this point, I gave it 2 tries and didn't like it, so I'm just going to lay down more black and restart. And I'm just going to skip ahead to where I have the black laid down. Okay, so we'll mend this up and we'll try it again. And I'm going to try something a little different this time. Maybe we're not going to go for cells. Maybe we'll just go for some interesting composition. Okay. All right. Put that one away. I'm going to go with a smaller, let's just lay a little color down again. It's really spread out too. Look at this. I might do an open cup. I got a lot of paint here. I just got to make more black. All right, let that coagulate for a minute. And let's go with a smaller one. I'm just going to swipe, just to flick it. I think I've got way too much pearl in there. Try a different size, just for fun, a variation. So as you can see here, I'm applying light pressure getting into the paint, and then I'm just kind of flickering it off. I'm not focusing on trying to drag it all the way through. I'm just trying to get the legs that you see there. It's too big. Here's a good size. So with all my swipes like this, I don't have a pre-planned size I'm going to go to next. I just kind of go with what seems to fit best. Just kind of flicking it. Just kind of drag and let go. So as you see here, I'm switching sizes again to something smaller to fit in between the larger pieces. Since you have the gist of what I'm doing, I'm going to go on fast forward, play some music, and I'll be back when I'm done. Now, what do I want to do? Do I want to go farther down or maybe go the other way? What if I went the other way? Let's get a palette knife and go the other way. What does that do to my, what does that do to me? What if we go this way? Ooh, look at that. Oh, that's cool. Oh, yeah. Just gonna make sure to stay in the middle. Oh, my nose is itchy. Stay in the middle. So again, I'm going to go in between each one of the swipes and do exactly this. I'm going to go on fast forward and I'll be back when I'm done. Set it with a torch, see what happens. Okay. I don't like that swipe. I'm going to do another one, smaller one. I like to trying to pull more red, and I think I did, which is good. Hopefully some red will show up. So I've got some cells happening. Maybe this is just a delayed reaction. So let me give this a little spin. It's very different than the bloom. And it may be the paints I'm using too. Actually, I like some of that leftover gold that's floating through there. Maybe I'll run a couple stringers of gold through. I'm not sure. Let's just spin it first. A little bit more. Huh. I like that little line of gold. I really think I'd like to put some gold in here somewhere. Let's see if I can without messing things up too bad. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's cool. Need a little more gold on it. So through here where I pulled the palette knife up toward the center, I'm going to add gold and I'm going to extend it from the center to the edge. And I'm going to go on fast forward, play some music, and I'll be back when I'm done. It's really pretty. Different. Definitely different. Maybe one more spin. So there we are, everybody. I'll get you down for an overhead shot here. And we're going to call this one a wrap. So everyone, that's a wrap. Here are the wet results, and then I decided I was going to resin this in the end, and here are the final resined results. I let it dry about a week, and then applied the resin, and unfortunately the resin doesn't show up very well, especially in black when trying to video, because all you get is reflection. But anyway, here it is, and I am really happy with how this turned out. So if you're new here and you liked it too, please consider subscribing, hitting the bell and all. You get all my latest art tutorials. Give me a thumbs up, I'd appreciate that, and also a comment. I get back to everybody. That also helps my YouTube algorithm and helps this channel grow. At the end, I'm going to link my other regular swipe playlists if you want to see other creations with this type of pouring medium. And I think that's all for now, everybody. If you want a discount code for KS Resin, please check out my description for 10% off. Thanks a lot, everybody. Take care. Till next time.